Welcome to iceHQ in Reservoir, Melbourne, Australia. We are on Wurundjeri Woiwurrung traditional land for the iceHQ Rec League for the Division 10 Grand Final between the Southern Lights, Magellanic and the Super Tacks Tigers. I'm here with Bree Holder.
Hey guys, I'm here with Lockie Walsh. And today you might realise that this is not Carl talking and commentating for once. He is actually on the bench for the Super Tacks Tigers as their head coach. Now, their head coach for the Southern Lights is James Elliott, and then also the assistant is Shelley Jensen.
We've had a really even competition for the Division 10 Development League at iceHQ. The Lights and the Tigers were the two teams that fought their way to the top. The Lights were outright straight to the grand final, and the Tigers fought it out against their derby mates, the Jokers, in a victory a couple of weeks ago. The rest of the competition, however, also very close. Just a few points separating each of the teams. The Jokers and the Griffins, unfortunately, couldn't make it. But all together, I mean, the Lights had 4 wins, the Jokers had 4 wins, and the Griffins had 4 wins. Ties really separated these two teams.
Yeah, and it's actually been a very even competition this season, and it's actually been the most even that has been in a very long time, which is really great to see that it's not just one-sided anymore.
As the teams take the ice, all ready to go, as the ref Davis sets up the ice for a good battle here. Got Joshua Agnotti for the Tigers taking this face-off, and Zoe Wilson for the Lights preparing to do battle.
We also have our goaltenders. For the Tigers is Phineas Samuelson, and for the Lights it is Bella McPherson.
Phineas has been getting a lot of work around the rink, filling in where he can, so he's had a lot of good experience, and Bella's been, equally as good. They both stopped a whole bunch of shots. Several shutouts each for these guys, so they'll be ready to keep that streak going as Davis waves the goalies to make sure they're ready, and the puck is ready to be dropped.
And we are off. So Tigers are having a strong start. Number 88, Scott Sharland, has been having the puck, and they have brought it into the zone.
There's a bit of a shot from the blue line there by the Tigers as Bella McPherson covers that one up, and each of the teams go get a quick change. So since the goalie has covered that up, they're going to do a face-off on her left-hand side where the shot came from as the teams retake the ice.
And this is a good time as well for anyone, for when the goalies do stop the puck, it is a really great time to be getting a change because we don't want to have
really quick shot. Sorry, Bree. Really quick shot by Callum Charlton. Off the face-off, and that's just how Coach Carberry would have drawn that one up, is to win that face-off straight out to that winger who had a really quick shot, and Bella McPherson couldn't even say that one. That's a really, really fantastic play by the Tigers there.
Yeah, it's great how they started out, and hopefully let's see if they can keep this up, or will the Southern Lights get them back?
It's easy to kind of fall down with that momentum swing there for the Lights, but I'm sure they'll be there keeping their chins up and keeping things ready to be going as Jess Kelly collects it for the Tigers in her defensive area and knocks that into the neutral zone. As Zoe Chan collects it for the Lights. Again, Jess Kelly contesting it as it trickles into the Lights offensive zone. As the Lights take a shot, and that's blocked away by Phineas Samuelson over to his other side, and he recovers quickly as the Lights regain control and just try and work out what to do at the baseline here. Puck slides across Phineas. No one quite there to collect it up, and Zoe Chan has fallen over, taking someone else out on her way. She gets up, looks like she's all right. As the puck leaves the offensive zone for the Lights and quickly turns into an offensive opportunity for the Tigers here.
21, Jackie Morris has the puck. She tried to backhand it to the goalie, but unfortunately did not get to where she was aiming for it to go.
Puck recovered by the Lights as they try and escape it from their zone. Ooh. We have a bit of a blown tyre there.
As Carl would say.
Lights still struggling to get it out of their defensive zone as the Tigers and Scott Pappas take control. Past the baseline here, recovered by the Lights. That trickles up the boards to an option of Amy McLean, who controls it and gets it out of the area with a great pass to Andrew McDougall, but that's broken up by the Tigers. The puck finds some space, and both teams will get a quick change here as Amy McLean gathers the puck.
So the Tigers now are starting to put some pressure on the Southern Lights, and it worked. So they were able to keep it in.
Whitney Zhao with a great play there on a defensive forecheck. Kate McEachin bringing the puck up the neutral zone into the offensive zone. Can't quite get a shot off, but keeps it around the back of the net as it's kind of broken up by the Tigers, and they look to get some escape here. However, it's met by Lindsay Mikura, who couldn't quite do what they wanted to do there. As Con Williamson has a shot, gathers it, couldn't quite make it work, but sticks with it, manages to recover. However, again, broken up by the Lights. Mikura with another great pass out there to McEachin. Couldn't quite make it happen as Davis, the ref, waves off icing. As the puck trickles out into the neutral zone, recovered by the Lights, who will get a quick dump in. And the Tigers recover it in their defensive zone and look to make some moves.
Currently now, Harry Zane had the puck, and he tried to get it out by using the boards. He is just now hotted out of the zone and straight to Joshua and Hoggy.
Agnotti to Lincoln. Lincoln had a really great shot there that went all the way up to Bella McPherson's shoulder, and that was really troubling for her, but he's done a great job. He's going to get another chance here as he recovers the puck, and that's off his stick, misses, deflected wide, as the Tigers really start to put some pressure on here via Agnotti and Lincoln. The Lights managed to get it out of there by way of Leon Trung, recovered by the Tigers and Aaron Kleinens. The puck again trickles out to the neutral zone, where it's again battled for really intensely. Agnotti from the Tigers managing to get it out, finds Bryce Lincoln, who's going to try and take it over the blue line here, beaten to it by Zoe Chan. Tigers with some high energy here as Lincoln gets a change. Some great pressure there by Jackie Morris. Unable to keep it though, and it trickles out of the zone. And I believe that'll be icing. Icing occurs when the team with the puck sends it over the middle line, the red line, and passes the baseline without being touched, kind of just dumping it down there. The rest will pick that one up and take it back all the way down into their defensive zone. So the Tigers have an advantage here with the face-off, and they've had some good luck with the face-offs so far.
So the face-off just happened on Bella's right side, so the Tigers obviously decided to pick that spot. So usually when it comes to an icing, the opposite team gets to pick which side they want it on.
Puck leaves the Tigers' offensive zone, and it's a bit of a chase to get to this defensive puck, and the Tigers do so as Phineas Samuelson is taken out by one of the Southern Lights players. Seems to be in good spirits though. Puck now trickling through the Lights defensive zone as it is recovered by Linda Makura, who's been great so far. A great pass up there, up the boards to
Holly Thomas,
who takes it over the blue line into offensive zone, hoping to start something. Puts it on a bit of a backhand, forehand, and recovers with a shot. Doesn't quite go the way they planned, unfortunately.
both teams are really battling it out here, and they're doing really well on both ends. It's a pretty even game so far, and who knows where it could go.
A bit of a messy change there with the Tigers, but they're all sorted now as it trickles over there, the goal line, and recovered defensively as they try and get it up to Maddie Griffiths. Got a really great attempt there, and a long shot there from the Lights. It's blocked by Phineas Samuelson. The Tigers trying to get it out of their defensive zone. It's been in there a little bit longer than they would like as it comes back out to the neutral zone for the Lights to recover. Great pass there by the Lights into Cameron Hine, who takes a big shot but couldn't quite make the contact that he wanted as the Tigers are about to go offside. That's Whitney Zhao who brought it over, but unfortunately, teammate
that was offside.
Con Williams was a bit too eager to get in there, and was definitely offside. Offside occurs when a player without the puck goes into the offensive zone over that blue line before the puck does. So it's got to go puck first, and then the rest of the players. As the face-off is set up, some conversation between the Tigers, Agnotti and Lincoln, as they set up a bit of a set play that goes into their offensive zone.
So Tigers were able to keep that one in. Apologies, Lockie. That one, and they scored. It was Joshua Ngotti. That was a beautiful goal.
Again, another face-off play that, as it kind of eventuated, they found some space on the ice and had a really quick shot. And we know these Tigers, they've got their quick shots, their combination of Ngotti and Pappas. They've scored a lot of goals and got a lot of points. Ngotti with 8 points for the season and Pappas for 5. These guys are pretty accustomed to scoring goals, and that's what they've done so far in a 2-0 game. The puck resets and back into the Tigers' offensive zone. Quickly dispelled by the Lights, who get out into the neutral zone as the Tigers dump it back in for play to reset. And the puck's travelling over, and Leon Trung looking to get rid of it up the boards. A big battle there between the two teams. Puck trickles out into the neutral zone. Recovered by Jackie Morris, who goes to put it in to the neutral zone. Can't quite make it as Jess Kelly finds some space. And a great pass up the boards into the Tigers' offensive zone.
There is another great board battle between Scott Pappas and Leon Trung. Tigers currently still have the puck and again still battling. It has just gone out to number 43, which is Callum Charlton. We have Leon Trung, who just passed it down to Amy McLean. And they are keeping it in the zone. The shot on from Zoe Wilson was just deflected. And while they are still trying to get it in the zone, it is offside at the moment.
Puck in the neutral zone recovered by the Tigers by Whitney Zhao. Oh, and that is again going to be offside. Some contact there from Tom Williams. Sure, he didn't mean it. But that, yeah, as again, offside, so a player was in the offensive zone before the puck was. So we're going to pull that out for an offside face-off. Players going to the wrong dot. Classic mistake down in D10.
I mean, we still do it in higher div sometimes.
Tigers ready for another face-off. Tied up in the middle there as Bryce Lincoln is able to pull it out really professionally. However, recovered by the Lights. It's a combination of Ngotti and Bryce Lincoln have been doing really great things for the Tigers so far with some high energy. However, the Lights do proceed via Jan Wheat up the neutral zone into their offensive zone, but again dispelled by that Tigers defense. Mikura in the neutral zone turns it over. The Tigers via Ngotti approach the zone, but again that Lights defense kicks it out, and now it's an offensive opportunity here for the Lights, and that's a great glove save by Phineas Samuelson. I believe that was Kate McEachin with that shot, nice and high, putting it in the right spot. Phineas's glove was also in the right spot.
Yeah, it was just a perfect catch. And Phineas really knows how to work his gloves quite well when it comes to the pucks being shot. He is really, really great at hand-eye coordination, and that might be the reason that, who knows? Who knows what the game can end up being like. The Lights could obviously shoot a lot lower and could just go straight under the pads.
They say the goalies have fast hands and slow feet, so that space in between the goalie's legs, the 5-hole, that's often a spot to shoot for.
Well, hopefully for the Southern Lights, Phineas has fast hands and slow legs and feet.
We'll see how it goes. As the puck approaches the Tigers' offensive zone via Sweeney, he dumps the puck behind that goal line. There's a bit of a tumble, but play remains active. A bit of an opportunity and some space for the Tigers through Scott Pappas, who picks the puck up and looks up behind the goal line. A really great pass that couldn't quite hit the mark of Jackie Morris, and it's a bit of a type.
Oh, And Bella has stopped the puck. There was a bit of a fumble in between, in front of her, I apologise. And she was good enough that she didn't get distracted with all of that, and she was able to stop that puck and prevent another goal from going in.
Bit of conversation between a few of the players as they get up, all tied together, but all taken care of as the Tigers prepare for another offensive zone face-off, headed by Whitney Zhao. And that puck is tied up, taken by the Lights. Tigers recover it into the hot area in the slot, but the Lights via Nakura recover. And again, Whitney Zhao with another great contest on the puck as the puck trickles past the baseline of the rink. Tigers really locking it in as the Lights look for an escape, and they find it with a pass attempt to Zoe Chan. However, again, that Jess Kelly defense, and she's a real big part of this defense for the Tigers team for 2 seasons now, can really command that area, sends it back in, and now Bryce Lincoln with a steal, and that goes into the body of Lachlan Brewster. Great defense, put his body on the line there as the Lights look to take it in, but taken away by Whitney Zhao, who dumped the puck into the neutral zone and go and chase it against Nakura.
So the Southern Lights finally have it into the Tigers zone after it being in the neutral and the Southern Lights zone. So hopefully, let's see. Oh, it has just been flung out, and that will be called an icing.
Bryce Lincoln there with the right idea to get the puck out of there. The puck being in that offensive zone for the opposition is a bit of a stressful moment, so any time that puck can leave there is appreciated. However, that will be called back for icing as it crossed both the red line and the goal line. So puck comes back, and the Lights set up for their offensive zone face-off with 1.5 minutes to go in this period.
So with this face-off, we have Andrew McDougall and we have Ignotti again. Some really great passing there from the Southern Lights. Andrew just passed it to Kate. And it is currently still in their zone.
Dougal with some good stick work, getting past Griffiths, taking it up to the point. A really great pass back on the backhand. The teammate in McEachin, who tries to get a shot off but can't quite make it happen. And it's taken away by Andrew Sweeney, who sends it all the way down the other end of the ice. Not icing because it was recovered before reaching that baseline. But the Tigers remain putting pressure on the Southern Lights team, who take it past the back of the goals and look to send it up the boards and do so via their wingers. However, taken away again by the Tigers, and Gotti, who gets a one-on-one with a defender and the goalie and sends it into the goal pads, and Bella McPherson will be really pleased to have closed that 5-hole to stop that puck. As the first period comes to a close, scoreline of 2-0 in favour of the Super Tacks Tigers over the Southern Lights. Goals coming from Bryce Lincoln and Joshua Angotti. And Bryce Lincoln's goal assisted by Joshua Angotti, and Joshua Angotti's goal assisted by Bryce Lincoln and Jackie Morris. What do you make of the first period so far, Bree?
It's been good. I honestly feel like it's going to be a really close game. Obviously, it's just the first period. There's still another 2 periods to go. The Southern Lights could really turn this around, and it could honestly be anyone's game. For sure.
The goaltending has been really great. Some really quick shots from the Tigers managed to get past Bella McPherson. However, Phineas Samuelson has remained pretty strong. Also being a bit of a quarterback for his team during those defensive zone face-off, making sure people are in the right spot. But a lot of high energy from the Tigers, and I think the minute break in between periods, hopefully that's kind of given the Lights a chance to reset and have an opportunity to reevaluate and have a bit of a breath before continuing this game.
Hopefully it was just a bit of a warm-up period for them, and now they're going to come out guns blazing.
Back in action.
Yeah. It's going to be...
And Gotti to take the face-off against Cameron Hine here from the Southern Lights. This play resumes and it's tied up with it. Sorry, this is not Gotti, that's Scott Pappas. dumps it into the Tigers' offensive zone, and that's taken by a shot by Con Williams. Couldn't quite hit the target as Scott Sharland doesn't quite make contact with the puck the way he wanted to as the puck leaves the Tigers' offensive zone. And Aaron Kleinen's smartly holding onto the puck before an offside being called. Dumps the puck in as the Lights now recover and take it out of the neutral zone. Met again by Kleinens, who sends it back towards the Lights defense. Who can recover it. Whitney Zhao with really great body work there, getting in front of the puck. No help around her as she's faced with 3 Southern Lights. And some physicality there from the Lights. Take the puck off her.
Zoe Chen had brought that puck into the Tiger zone, and now
Bryce Lincoln on an escape. This is a 1-on-0. He'll want to put this one away, and does not. Stopped.
No goal. The Tigers celebrated a bit too early, but it is called a no goal by Zach Carter, the referee.
Be very interesting to see how that one went.
So the refs just had a quick conversation just to understand what the call was, and so they're both on the same page, but it is still a no goal, and they're getting ready for another face-off. So we have both 23. We have Joshua and Helen Johnson.
And what that replay shows is, I think, a crossbar and a sidebar that's just rattled around and didn't quite cross that line. Really, really fortunate for Bella McPherson and the Lights. Bryce Lincoln would be wishing that he could have that one back. A really great shot, but just millimetres away from where he wanted it to be. As the Lights have the puck in their defensive zone, an attempt to bring it out to start some offense. Some really great contest here as the Lights bring it into their offensive zone through McEachin. Couldn't quite get that shot off. And it's turned, well, they recover it. McEachin has another opportunity with a little bit of open ice that she can skate into.
Zoe Wilson is in the prime position. She is really trying to man that slot. She's giving a little shove between Kate Pritchard, and now it is gone back into the Light zone as a icing. So now it's just going to go straight back into the Tiger zone, and the Lights have the opportunity to pick which side, and it looks like they are going to Phineas's left side.
Some really great body work in the slot there by Zoe Wilson, as you mentioned. Hockey at this level is, we play non-checking, but it's still contact, so we can still push and shove a little bit within the rules, and that was what was going on there. Big shot from Jan Wheat, blocked by Con Williams from the Tigers as the Lights look to make something happen in their offensive zone.
Andrew McDougall's got the puck right now, trying to keep it in the zone, and unfortunately went out.
Scott Pappas there with some great defensive work to get it out as the Lights look to recover in their defensive zone and bring it up ice.
We have Con Williams, who just brought into the zone, tried to take a shot and went too far wide from the net. There we have a goal. I believe that came from Scott Pappas. We will double check once the refs have said the numbers, but I believe that was from Scott. And that's the Tigers' third goal. Okay, we're just double checking. Yep, I believe that was from Scott Pappas. That was a really great backhand, and then just managed to be able to just fling it straight in.
Some good defensive work from Bryce Lincoln to get the puck out of the defensive zone as the Lights look to restart their attack. Bit of a non-called trip, not an official trip, but the Lights, Holly Thomas recovers. And the puck now leaving the Tigers defensive zone for the neutral zone. Amy McEachin trying to get the puck, but Jess Kelly with some great defensive work came out and pinched in and won the puck there. So great work there by Jess Kelly. puck is brought out of the defensive zone by Cameron Hine for Amy McKeechan. Again, this Jess Kelly defense is sending everything right back. And that one will be icing, but you can appreciate the multiple efforts by Jess there in keeping the puck out of the defensive zone and out of Phineas Samuelson's way.
Leon Trung then just really had all the puck coming straight to them, and they really had the probably biggest workout out of that whole shift because the puck just kept dribbling back to them.
And when that kind of happens, it's really hard to get a change, which is why some of these players will be particularly tired. Puck dropped for a face-off in the Tigers' defensive zone. The quick shot that comes off the pads of Phineas Samuelson, and he was able to recover that one and cover that puck. So it's going to go to another defensive Tigers face-off. And the strategy here is a bit of a mix between wanting to keep the puck away from the goals and also using it as an offensive opportunity. So you'll see the Tigers wingers streaming up the middle there in an attempt to create an offensive opportunity.
That was a beautiful backhand from Holly Thomas.
As Aaron Kleinens dumps the puck out as it trickles all the way down. It's going to come back for another icing. So a bit of pressure on Phineas here with some multiple face-offs in a row. However, he looks pretty calm and comfortable, doesn't he?
Yeah, he looks pretty chill, like nothing's bothering him right now. All right, so Davis will be the ref taking this face-off.
And Gotti and is that McDougall taking the face-off here? McDougall wins it, sends it back to his defence and recovers it. And he gets a little shot off, little miss in that though. Has a fight to recover it, and it's won by Harry Zhang, who puts the puck up for his Tigers teammate in Scott Sharland. However, recovered by the Lights via Leon Trung, who has multiple efforts here to get the puck out. And Gotti, a good board battle, some sticks flying a bit high there. However, in the neutral zone, the puck is recovered by Bryce Lincoln and the Tigers.
Someone's fallen.
Lots going on as Harry Zhang takes the floor, and the puck is taken out of the defensive light zone with Amy McKeechan with a good opportunity here. If they could steal the puck, and McDougall takes the puck away. And now Charlton with a really good opportunity here. Gets over that red line and dumps the puck. Kate McKeechan, excuse me.
Leon is definitely has been on the ice for quite a long time now. Hopefully they're able to get a change, but they are definitely still fighting and trying to get that puck out of the Southern Lights zone as best as they can. Now we have McDougall coming in hot. He's going to have to take a shot. Does it go in? No. Phineas Samuelson saved that one.
Picked up by Kleinens, who skates all the way out of the defensive zone, up the neutral zone, and now has a really good opportunity to have a shot here into the offensive zone, and that's off the stick of the Southern Lights player. Kleinens recovers it, has another backhand shot. Couldn't make it work. Some good defense there by the Lights. Oh, and another shot.
Another
that goes
goal.
In between the legs of goalie Bella McPherson, and the credit for that one to Con Williams. A really good opportunity coming around and you know, put the puck in, and those ones go in. Goalies can't stop them all, and Con Williams does just that. Really tight angle there, but you know, the goalie's got a lot to track and a lot of moves to make, but just couldn't cover that one in time. As the puck drops and Bryce Lincoln enters the offensive zone. Another shot.
Ooh, and a beautiful glove save by Bella. That one was a really good glove save. It was a nice fast shot, so she was able to read it quite easy and be able to stop that.
Score stands at the moment 4 for the Tigers and 0 for the Southern Lights. 5 shots to the Lights and 9 shots to the Tigers as the puck drops in the Lights defensive zone. As the puck comes up the boards by Cameron Hine. And he has a great opportunity here, put a shot on net, sets it up for a teammate. No one's home though, couldn't make it work as Jackie Morris moves the puck in the defensive zone. Kept in by the Lights forwards, however, until now where Whitney Zhao will take over. And again, the Lights with a really great forecheck, keeping the puck in their zone to create scoring opportunities. Whitney Zhao with some more great efforts to get it out. And recovers the puck again is Whitney Zhao. She's having a great shift, putting in the work here. As Pine for the Lights, again, putting in some work to move it into the offensive zone. Not quite working, though. Zoe Chan chasing the puck, but stolen away by Callum Charlton, who sends it into the zone, and some of those Tigers get a change.
So there are just a little bit of a board battle in the corners. They have, Southern Lights have finally got it out of their zone. Oop, there was a bit of a fumble just there.
Chan knocked over with no call. Could have been interference there. The Lights resume their offense until it's broken up by the Tigers. And Bryce Lincoln's going to have another go here at that one-on-one that he couldn't make happen earlier. Lights player comes over to defend, and that's come off the body of Bella McPherson.
Are we calling that a goal?
Bryce Lincoln celebrates like he's got it, but I am not sure that Zach Carter, the ref, is ready to commit to that being a goal.
The refs are currently just talking to discuss whether it was a goal or not. It is not a goal.
It looks like Bella's covered that on the line as well.
Those kind of saves are the scariest when you're a goalie, because you never know if it's in between your legs, behind your legs, or...
Oh, that on the replay is, again, millimetres keeping that from being a goal. Zach Carter's got good eyes, because I don't think it did pass the line. But was it close?
Zoe's just... Bella's just saved it again. So we're going to another face-off on the exact same side. But Bella's reaction time on that last almost goal was really great, and the fact that they were able to look behind, make that decision to stop the puck as soon as possible instead of something accidentally or a Tigers player coming behind and flinging it in.
Puck behind the Tigers goal now. Tried to escape it, the Lights did. However, it was recovered by the Tigers via Jess Kelly, who's put on quite a defensive show. Griffiths now with a few attempted shots on net, couldn't make it work. Recovered by Charlton. Couldn't make his shot happen the way he wanted to. However, that's recovered by Griffiths from the Tigers. She takes a tumble, and the puck is taken out of the zone now by the Lights. However, now it comes into the neutral zone, and the Lights look like they're picking up some steam here with a bit of a 3-on-2, an opportunity here for Helen Johnson, who has a shot, and that's tied up with Phineas Samuelson's pads and then covered up. So we'll get some changes here, and it's going to another face-off in front of Phineas Samuelson. A little bit of a scramble to cover that puck, but he looked like he was tracking it well. Yeah.
It was just a little bounce off and then used his stick to bring it back to him, and that's why he was able to save it. McDougall with the puck. Is he going to take a shot? It just went wide. Tigers were able to bring it out of their zone.
Jackie Morris with a great forecheck and really contesting that puck. Doesn't quite work, and McDougall takes the puck into the offensive zone. Just tied up at their feet. Couldn't quite get that shot off as the puck travels around the back of the net. Whitney Zhao now. Whitney Zhao with the puck out of the zone. Cut off by Zoe Chan. Calls for Zoe Chan to shoot. Couldn't quite get it off, however. And Jackie Morris again sends the puck up ice with a really great leading pass to Con Williams, who tries to find some space and trips over his skate there. Couldn't quite find his edge. McDougall also loses the puck. That is now going to be Kleinen's. Takes the puck into the offensive zone and a shot, and blocked by the pad of Bella McPherson as the Lights look to exit their defensive zone.
The Southern Lights have really come back this period. I feel like they're putting up a good fight. They really want this, and they're trying to do as much as they can to get that puck into the Tigers zone.
Bryce Lincoln with a dump from his own blue line, recovered by the Lights. Bit of a tennis match here, send the puck up and back and up and back. As Jan Wheat looks to control the puck, however, and Gotti gets there first. But Wheat was able to put it into the Light zone, and Zoe Chan Really great opportunity there. Couldn't quite make it work. As Charlton is able to dump the puck out, and that'll be chased down by the Lights, but an icing called.
This is a really great opportunity for the Southern Lights because the Tigers were icing that, and now it is in their zone, and who knows, it could lead to another goal, but on the Southern Lights side.
We have seen goals scored from the face-off and a median pass out into a shot, so we can always often see that again as the Lights win it and look to set it up, but just in the wrong spot there. So Kleinens takes the puck and leaves the defensive zone there for the Tigers. And this is Griffiths here with a good opportunity with some space. Couldn't quite make that shot happen. And we'll go and chase in our own rebound. However, the Lights get there first and they'll rim that puck around the boards. Jess Kelly with a bit of a pinch in here. Couldn't quite make it happen. And this is Kate McEachin who looks to have that one-on-one with the goalie. However, siren goes for the end of the second period. The Lights, unfortunately, down 0-4 to the Tigers, who have put up 13 shots for the Tigers with 4 goals. The Lights, 6 shots with nothing to show for it as of yet. Goals in that period attributed to Scott Pappas, who assisted by Con Williams, and Con Williams with that second goal of the period, unassisted. We also saw a few of those shots millimetres from being goals. Bryce Lincoln will be kicking himself, hoping to take that one back. But Bella McPherson's done a great job of keeping those pucks out when they've been millimetres away.
Definitely. And now we are going into the third period where both teams actually have the opportunity to call a timeout when the 2-minute mark happens. So after the next stoppage, any team has every right to call a 1-minute timeout, which actually gives everyone a little bit of chance to recuperate, breathe, and hopefully set up for the rest of the play.
Zoe Wilson preparing to take the Lights face-off against Scott Pappas as the Lights win it back to their defence. And the Tigers take an offensive opportunity here. However, it's tied up in the neutral zone. Zoe Chan skating professionally into the offensive zone. And a bit of space with a shot to take. Phineas Samuelson closes that gap and says no thank you with the pad save.
That was a beautiful shot. Unfortunately, she lost her footage, but unfortunately it just went out of the zone. The Lights tried so hard to keep it in.
Tigers with some numbers here, 3 of them all attacking that puck, and they won it via Williams, who took a long shot that didn't quite make it. Puck bounces off Bella McPherson's pads. Jackie Morris with a great opportunity to shoot, couldn't quite make it happen, and Bella McPherson makes another save as the puck trickles out of the Lights defense and they turn it into offense via Zoe Chan. However, that's broken up and the Tigers will look to exit their defensive zone as they do there.
It is going to be called an offside. Unfortunately, the Southern Lights players hadn't left the zone before Amy McLean had entered the zone with the puck.
Whitney Zhao taking the face off for the Tigers against the Lights and Andrew McDougall. As puck drops, tied up, McDougall with some great efforts to put it into the offensive zone for the Lights. However, that's met by Tigers defense in the corner.
We are going to be getting another icing on the Tigers. So it will now be going back into the Tigers zone. So the Southern Lights team have the advantage here.
So again, icing is called when the puck travels over that middle line in red and the red line on the baseline of the rink. So you can't just dump it down there. So since the Lights got there first, puck comes all the way back to the Tigers defensive zone. And Gotti wins that face-off really professionally with a bit of a tie-up and then a backhand out of there. Straight to the Lights defense, who look to re-enter. However, are currently offside, so those players have to get out of the offensive zone, which gives the Tigers and Jess Kelly a bit of time. There's a bit of a battle here in the neutral zone. Andrew Sweeney from the Tigers looking to do his best. As Zach Carter, the referee, puts his hand up, and it looks like that'll be a call against one of the Tigers. And that is Jess Kelly marching off to the penalty box.
She knew that she was the cause for that call. She was smiling over here as she was skating to the penalty box. Giving us a wave, giving us a great smile.
All right, so Tigers now with 4 players on the ice because Jess Kelly has been sent to the penalty box. So what the Lights will try and do here is take advantage of that 5-on-4 and really put the pressure on as they go to do that. But Jackie Morris might have a bit of an opportunity here for offense. Strategy here from the Tigers would be to keep 3 back and keep one player. That's Jackie Morris putting the pressure on and doing a great job because, you know, clock's ticking. The Lights have 2 minutes with this advantage. And it's already gone down to nearly 3/4 of that. So McDougall with a bit of space and looks to have that shot, sets it up for a teammate, couldn't make it work as it's broken up by the Tigers. And their strategy here is to just dump it all the way down the other side of the ice. Icing does not apply during a penalty, so the Tigers can dump it all the way down and not be penalised. That's the strategy here as Zoe Chan enters the offensive zone. Pulling the puck from left to right and couldn't quite take it. We'll send it down into the corner to hope for a teammate to make that work as the Tigers look to recover the puck behind the goal line. The Lights find themselves with the space of Lachlan Brewster, who can take a shot here. Broken up by Jackie Morris. And the Lights look to continue the attack, and that is sent out of the zone by the Tigers, which means now all the Lights players need to exit the zone. Otherwise, that's going to be offside call as Mikura waits for his teammates and then will send this puck in. As it bounces around, that's blocked by the Tigers, who have again very, very professionally moved the puck out of their zone and got a whole line change. So all 4 players will have changed now as there's 30 seconds left on Jess Kelly's penalty. And they have 5 on the ice. That may be an issue. I wonder if that's going to be called. Doesn't look like it. All fixed up now.
The Lights have done a really great job of trying to keep that puck in the Tiger zone while the Tigers are trying to fight to get it out. They're still doing a really great job. It's just unfortunately come back into the neutral zone. But then we've got Mikura about to take it straight back in, pass it off to, I believe that was... Oh, we'll come back to that. I'm not sure who that was.
Jess Kelly back on the ice now for the Tigers, which means it's back to 5-on-5. Icing resumes as Bryce Lincoln sees an opportunity here to beat his opponents to the puck.
And
he puts it in the back of the net and sheaths the stick. Bit of redemption for the ones where he rattled off the post, but that one worked really well. He saw an opportunity for the puck. He got there. He made that shot over the blocker side of Bella McPherson. And he'll be pleased with himself. That's 5 Tigers, 0 Southern Lights. It's just that high energy from Lincoln to see an opportunity and really chase that one down. As the Tigers look to continue their offense via Angotti, try and keep it in the zone. Swiney couldn't quite do that. Has another opportunity now to make it work as he enters the zone. Shot, but it's broken up by the Lights. And will now, again, kept in.
Still got it. That was a really great pass. Unfortunately, the stick of, gosh, who is number 56?
Unknown.
No, unknown.
Kate McEachin taking the puck into the Lights offensive zone with a bit of space, gets the shot off, broken up by the defense. I think that was Kleinens from the Tigers. Ooh, puck in a dangerous spot now for the Tigers. Phineas Samuelson manages to keep it out. There's a lot of bodies right in that slot area. It makes it very difficult to see. Puck manages to stay out of the net. Phineas will be relieved.
Ooh, we have a penalty.
Whistle blown.
Okay,
Offside.
Was it offside? I thought it was going to be a penalty for diving, but it was not. So for the lower divisions, Div 9 and Div 10, they are not allowed to dive for the puck because it tends to become a bit of a hazard. So that is a different kind of call that we have that differentiates against the divisions.
Jackie Morris with the puck at the very middle of the blue line, takes a shot batted away by Bella McPherson. Jackie Morris with another great effort to go right in front of the slot. That's a troublesome area for goaltenders and right where the wingers want to be. Puck remains in the Tigers' offensive zone, however, broken up by McDougall, who tries to escape into the offense. Had a good opportunity for a 3-on-2 there, however, it's broken up. Couldn't quite make it happen. McDougall recovers the puck in the defensive zone. Jackie Morris being an absolute pest in the best way, causing all sorts of trouble for the Lights, and gets that recovery for Bryce Lincoln, who will find some space, make that pass. Couldn't quite find Scott Pappas as the puck is sent the other way by the Lights, recovered by the Tigers defense in the neutral zone.
Kate was really fighting for that one there. Unfortunately, she was not able to win that one.
Harry Zhang and Whitney Zhao combined for a good shot on goal that couldn't get past Bella McPherson.
Ooh.
Very fling shot there from Bryce Lincoln. It looks like he's a bit injured getting up. However, he recovers. Shot from Zhao, and McPherson closing those pads in an unusual way, but it works out well.
I honestly thought that puck was going to get stopped, but I feel like it just sort of went straight out. She
went for glove instead of pads, which is a risky move for a goalie.
Very. But we have Trung going again for the puck, getting it out of their zone, and passed it straight to Jane Wheat.
Swiney dumping it into the Tigers' offensive zone, looking to find Gotti, broken up, and Jan Wheat now going the other way. And Gotti with a good stick lift there and a recovery as Swiney gets the puck and dumps it all the way down to the other end. And Gotti recovers it. Bit of space here. Something can happen here. We can make it work. Swiney calling for the puck in a really good spot in that high slot there. Didn't happen, however. Swiney now recovers it. And Griffiths in the dangerous slot area. Tigers here looking for their triangle offense, where there's obviously 3 forwards, and they're going to have one in front of the net, one with the puck, and one in the high slot. Worked well, however, didn't quite eventuate.
Ooh, we have got a penalty coming on the Tigers for a hooking. Unfortunately, there might have been a bit of a trip there, and the Tigers player, which is Joshua Ngotti.
2 minutes for hooking, says ref Zach Carter. Wedged under the arm, in the armpit of who was that? Was that Zoe Chan?
I believe so.
And that's 2 minutes in the box for Joshua Ngotti.
So this is the Tigers' second penalty. Now they are going to do the exact same as they tried to before, trying to get it out of the zone because icing does not count for them, and Southern Lights are going to do everything to try and get that goal and have that advantage.
And Jackie Morris with a very professional dump down the other end as Lachlan Brewster recovers the puck. As the Tigers change a bit of a... We've got one Southern Lights player offside, so the puck won't be able to go into the zone until they are out of there.
So the Tigers now have a box system. So in the lower divisions, this is where you want to be. And this is a really great defensive play. And one person usually just pressures as much as they can. And if... Okay, cool. That did not go in. I was just double checking.
Zoe Wilson with a great shot. And it's come off a skate of one of the Tigers defenders, which as a goalie, that's a nightmare because it changes the direction of the puck and it makes it very hard to predict as the Tigers look to escape the defensive zone. However, Lachlan Brewster with a great puck sent into the slot. No one there to recover it though. A shot from Holly Thomas. Couldn't make it happen. Phineas Samuelson's been under some pressure here as the Tigers goalie. As the Tigers finally get some reprieve as they send it out into the neutral zone where Lachlan Brewster will look to make some things happen via Zoe Wilson. Swiney takes a big tumble there, but in a good defensive effort to keep it kind of nullified, uses his skate there in a tactical way. As Griffith looks to challenge the puck via and Zoe Chan. And a shot will be blocked by Phineas Samuelson and covered up. That leaves us with 10 seconds on this Southern Lights power play, which means Angotti will be joining the fun again in just a moment when the puck drops.
Obviously, it wasn't ideal that Andrew fell over, but it was a good favour because they could sort of waste a couple seconds in their penalty, and it worked, but it was probably very unintentional.
And Gotti rejoins the game and skates really quick to get to that puck and will make it work immediately as Jackie Morris and he look to combine for some magic here as he skates the puck over the blue line. Not offside, according to Zach Carter. Couldn't quite make it happen. We're now left with 2 minutes and 40 seconds in this game. Tigers 5, Southern Lights 0 as the puck is dumped in to the Tigers zone and they all need to get out of there. Giving the Lights some time to recover, and now the pressure is set by Angotti. Puck comes up the boards, recovered by the Tigers defense as they look up. Nice little play off the boards there to himself as Callum Charlton. However, that's sent back by the Lights, and McDougall, who beats Jess Kelly there, does some good stick work, however, broken up again by Callum Charlton, and the puck is sent out into the neutral zone. Lincoln now challenging the puck as the Lights enter their offensive zone. Very tight defense from the Tigers here.
McDougall takes a shot and then it just gets stuck in between the feet of the Tigers players. So we had Leon that tried to take a shot. He's keeping it in the zone, and now it has been taken back into the neutral zone by Scott Pappas.
Bryce Lincoln just mistimes his run. He would have loved a pass to where he was going.
Scott Pappas, is he going to... Oh, nope. Okay, that one got put out by Leon. Leon is really fighting to try and keep it out. Scott Pappas now has the puck and is going to take a shot. And it has been saved.
Lights trying to get this puck out of their defensive zone, and they are unsuccessful as the puck just about gets to the blue line and sent right back in to Bella McPherson, the goalie. Tigers putting some sustained pressure on here. Ooh. As now the Lights have a really good opportunity through Kate McEachin, who backhands a puck, couldn't quite make it happen, and the Tigers will have this exit their zone with 30 seconds left on our clock.
Southern Lights were able to keep it in the Tigers zone.
Cameron Hine with an unselfish pass to a teammate. Could have had that shot there, but elected to pass as the Tigers rim the puck around the boards. Lyndon McCura goes to meet it and does successfully. Sends the puck in and is knocked over by the big body of Swiney.
Once again, the Southern Lights are really doing well by trying to keep it into the Tigers zone. And that is the game. The Tigers have won 5-0. They had 18 shots on. The Southern Lights had 12 shots on. It was a beautiful game. It was, despite the score, it was a very great game, and the fact that they were both really fighting. They tried their hardest to both really fight for the puck, get all those goals, but unfortunately for the Southern